Welcome to this software engineering course. Today we will just have a brief introduction about the course and also the introduction about the speaker. First is myself, name is Rajib. All degrees bachelor's, master's and PhD from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. So, that is the institute I passed from, and then worked with Motorola for a couple of years, and then shifted to IIT Kharagpur in 94 and currently a professor at the department. So, this is the institute IIT Kharagpur. Let us look at what is the plan of this course. We start with a very brief introduction about the important issues that concern software development. We will spend couple of lectures on the life cycle models, and then we will look at the requirements analysis and specification, how to gather the requirements, analyze the requirements, and then finally specify in a proper format. We will look at the IEEE format, and then the next step we will look at certain basic issues in software design. We will look at procedural designing based on the requirement specification. We will look at the data flow diagrams and structure chart and how to use this to arrive at a good procedural design. Subsequently, we will look at the unified modeling language, and based on that we will look at the object oriented design, and finally the final lectures we will look at the testing issues, both black box and white box testing. Just to motivate the course, now software is the major culprit. If you look at any system development, the hardware gets developed much more smoothly, and it is often the case that software products fail to meet the user requirements. They are expensive, difficult to alter, debug and enhance, and very often delivered late, and also use resources non-optimally. The statistics from industry shows that almost half of the projects are delayed and suffer from cost overrun. Nearly quarter of the projects get cancelled and do not see the light, just abandoned, and only about a quarter of the projects are successful. And if we analyze the reason behind this, it is actually insufficient knowledge and application of software engineering techniques. The techniques, as we will see in the course, have developed over the years, and unless the developers have a good understanding and application of these techniques, the projects are bound to be delayed or fail. If we analyze the factors that are contributing to the software crisis, the problems have become larger, more complex, poor project management, and one of the major reasons is lack of adequate training in software engineering techniques, and of course, skill shortage. Good quality manpower are still not available for software development. If you talk to any industry, software industry, they will say that we get lot of applications, but then getting good quality people is a challenge, and also the low productivity improvements. Now, let us look briefly why do the course. The first thing is to acquire the techniques that will help us to develop large programs. Actually, as you will see in the course, developing a small assignment or a program is a different ball game compared to developing large programs. We will see the reason, we will investigate why we cannot extend the techniques of small program development into large programs. In specifically, we will look at how to handle the growth and growth in complexity and size with the industry standard software. We will look at systematic techniques based on modeling, which we also call as abstraction, and we will also look at decomposition based techniques. So, given a large problem, we will try to contain the complexity and the size by modeling and decomposition. And also we will look at the industry standard techniques, the development process, the specification techniques, procedural design, object modeling, object oriented design and testing. The testing specifically, there is a huge sophistication and tools that have become available at present. We will look at them, and also the skills that we will learn from the course will not only help us to develop industry standard programs, but even in the normal programs, small programs, we will be able to produce better quality programs and also higher productivity. I think with this brief introduction to the course, we will stop here, and in the course we will investigate these issues in much more detail. And the textbook that we follow here is a book written by me couple of years back, and that will be supplemented with other readings. Thank you.